What's up, everybody? It is your boy Forte, and we are here to talk about the state of play, first one of 2025 for PlayStation. And just to get to it, wasn't all that great. It wasn't that it was bad games shown there, because there was a lot of games there that I would play, a lot of games that are day one. I just feel like they're just not something that can hold up an entire show. For myself, it really feels like the games that we're looking forward to don't even exist at PlayStation right now. And I know that's not the truth, because we know games like Wolverine are somewhere on the horizon of coming out, but it just feels like there's a deep abyss. And we really talked about how Insomniac was one of those studios that really churns out the content. But a lot of us were saying, well, yeah, well, you're staying inside the same engine and reusing a lot of the same assets. It's kind of easy to, pump out a bunch of versions of a game. So that's not to say that they're not a great studio, because I think they're the most consistent one at PlayStation. But now it just seems like we're really feeling the heat of PlayStation canceling all of these live service games, and the complete flip of what PlayStation used to be over the course of the 8th generation, where they came out with game after game after game. And it feels like right now those studios still exist, but what are they actually doing at this point? I just really wish PlayStation got back to the conversation or the narrative of we're about great games, and you play where great games exist. Greatness awaits, to be exact. But right now, just from a first party standpoint, because like I said, it's not really the third party or second party. They get a lot of support there, but these state of plays need to be about what they're bringing to the platform too. That's been missing, I felt, even before 2023, when they did their last PlayStation showcase, and games that they shown there, we're still seeing them here, like Metal Gear. That was a game they showcased during the PlayStation showcase in 2023 in the spring. And yes, that game's finally coming out, but once again, they're showing it here. I really like Housemarque's game, Staris. I think that's going to be really cool. Not going to be for everybody, just like Returnal wasn't for everybody, but at least we did get a glimpse of something that one of these studios is working on. But what about all the rest of them? We're getting a Days Gone remaster. They won't even give that game a sequel. But we're gonna get a remaster, and normally remasters are to reintroduce people to games to see if they're interested in them, in order to, start the clock on the next iteration of that game. So does this mean that we are going to get a Days Gone? Or is it just the fact that this is an easy game for them remaster to bring up the code with extra features that they're charging people $10 for, which I'm not going to get into the whole $10, upgrade fee. It is what it is. I just feel like this game is a game they probably should just give to people if they spent their money on it. There's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff to it, but that's neither here or there. But for myself, there was games that I was excited to see there, but it wasn't enough of them. Like Directive 8020 was a really cool looking game. Then there was games. I mean, we had games like that. Then we had games like Five Nights at Freddy, which I know is a big IP. People care about it. I sell a lot of the merchandise at my store, but is it something that needs to be at a state of play? Hell Is Us. I thought that was really, really cool. It looked really good. Liza P DLC for a game that came out, I believe at the end of 2023. So it's about time that we got something for that game, and people really, really liked it. It was a really, really good game. So no problem there. Yakuza, Pirates, Like a Dragon. I think that's going to be a game that a lot of people are going to like and gravitate to. But once again, it's not a game that the majority of people care about. I felt like if we go back to 2023 in May during their showcase, the PlayStation showcase was okay. The thing that made it great was showcasing Spider-Man 2 gameplay for the first time. And I remember a lot of people back then saying, man, like that Spider-Man gameplay saved it. Wasn't that it was bad. It was just that was so powerful and impactful that people really, really enjoyed what they saw there. And it just seems like ever since Sony went to this state of play regiment, the quality of the announcements have gone down. Not saying that the games aren't there, it's just few and far between. It's like I feel like we want to get back to them announcing more great games at these showcases and showcasing what the future of PlayStation is going to look like from a first party standpoint, and be done with all this extra filler, because most people don't care if you add filler to your show, but they do care when most of your studios are working on stuff and nobody knows anything and you haven't talked about it for however long it's been, but you still decide to like talk about all these other things. These should be something that's supplemental to the announcements that you make. State of Play should probably have 3 to 4, maybe 2 to 3 first party games in it that took up that dominated the show, and then everything else around that rounds it out. And it doesn't seem like that's been the direction with State of Plays. Me and Slomo did, a stream earlier today talking about it when we, co-streamed the State of Play, and he feels like we're not going to get no more showcases. This is what it's going to be. And then you take that off of the heels what Xbox did. Now, Xbox is in a very unique situation because they just have so many studios, so they could talk about so many different games. They're never going to want for content due to the fact of the amount of studios they own. But the reason people like that showcase is because they talked about their games and they have so many of them. It just feels like an avalanche is falling on you, and all you can do is be excited. And then you're still looking at the showcase or the developer direct like, hey, there's games there that I'm excited for. There's a lot of games I don't care about, but the quality of those games, the quality of those announcements is what makes it stand above the rest. That's what I feel like is missing here. So once again, I don't think it was a bad show. I don't think it was a great show. I think it was somewhere right in the middle, but you're going to have a lot of people saying that this was the worst show they had. And I don't think that's the case. I just think that us as gamers, the things that we look at and want to prop up and say is amazing is few and far between. My tastes have changed in gaming. It's like, it's not that I don't like gaming. I love gaming. I've been gaming all my life, ever since I was like, 6, 7 years old. And I remember playing games like on my N64 or my Nintendo or my Genesis, and those being the only games I had. And if it was a bad game, you just played it because that was all you had. You would like trade with your friends, but you learned to appreciate what games were. There is so many games that come out now. You don't have to like sit there and buy and be stuck with anything. You go down the lane and say, these are the things I like. I agree that there's games here for everybody, but not everybody's going to appreciate all these games that they show. So people should have the opinion of, hey, where's the stuff for me? Or where are the games that we bought these consoles for? Because guess what? 90% of these games are going to be on multiple platforms. They're going to be on Xbox. They're going to be on PC. They're going to be on PlayStation. So what is the conversation around that going to be? Great that they had them here, but I need to know what's coming from you in the future. And that should be the number one thing everybody takes away from not just this stream, but this video. Just hope that PlayStation finds the time, which is crazy because we are the consumers of their products and we're the ones that help build the reputation that PlayStation have by buying their games and sharing that excitement with other gamers and stuff. So I don't know. I think the show was okay. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. It was like a C. It's right in the middle. It's a passing grade, but everybody's going to look at that a little bit different. But for myself, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have been amazing. State of Play was something. And let's just hope that the next one is better. But with that being said, please check us out on DPS Podcast with the homie Slumber Backslap. It's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, 9 p.m. EST. Going to be a great time over there. Appreciate all the love and support on the last videos, you guys. And once again, Borderlands is on the screen. Looking forward to that. But guess what? Already seen it during the Video Game Awards. And I'm going to probably play this on PC. So it's not bad that it's here, but I'd rather have something from PlayStation to supplement this announcement with all the other things they made. I just feel like one or two more games from them would have been great. And then this showcase would have been something completely different. And I think the people talking about it would have a completely different mindset. But all right, sub to the channel. Appreciate it. Hit the like button before you leave. And we're on our way to 4,000 subs. Help me get there. With that, you guys have a great week. Enjoy the games you're playing. We'll be talking about some games in the next couple of days that I've been playing. And hope you guys check those videos out too. With that being said, see you guys later. Peace.